Happy Wednesday, lovely community. How are you doing? Today, I want to talk to you about self-doubt a little bit. And I want us to have a look at where does the self-doubt actually come from? So I'm going to use a made-up example just to make it a little bit more tangible once again. Feel free to adjust it to whatever you're going through in your life so that you make it more personal to your situation. Over the last few weeks, I've had a few conversations with different people on the topic of making videos, maybe like this one, and posting them on their social media platforms. Potentially really scary because we are exposing ourselves publicly, right? So self-doubt might kick in immediately. The first immediate reaction is probably going to be fear. And to start with, we're going to be confronted with obvious fears. And in this example of posting videos on the social platforms, it might be a fear of being laughed at, fear of looking stupid, saying something stupid, being judged, and so on and so forth. But then there is another kind of fear, underlying fear, which is not so obvious to start with because it's stored in our subconscious mind. So if we want to uncover this underlying hidden fear, we need to dig deeper. And it's good to ask questions. So let me, on this example of posting videos, as I said, the first obvious fear might be people are going to laugh at me. And now we want to start going deeper and ask questions. Okay, so if people laugh at you, what does that mean? Then what happens? Well, if people laugh at me, it means that I'm not good enough. Okay, we want to go deeper. And then if you find out that you are not good enough, what does that mean? Well, that means that people will probably not want to spend time with me because they will think I'm not good enough. And, they will not even maybe want to be in my presence. Okay, so let's go a little bit deeper. So what does that mean if people don't want to spend time with you? What does that mean to you? Then what happens? Well, what happens is that I might end up alone. You see where I'm going? So this is a made-up example, of course, but there is always something more stored in our subconscious. It's something more sitting there, something which is not immediately visible. But when we start diving in, we uncover that the fears that are sitting in our subconscious are very, very deep and potentially life-threatening. Like basically in this example, what my subconscious is telling me, if I post videos on my social media platforms, I'm going to end up alone. Okay, so now what? So now we discovered or uncovered the immediate obvious fear. Now we saw that there are deeper fears there as well. So now that we can see what our mind is really scared of, we can start detaching from it so that we are not absorbed in it, but we kind of look at it from the third party perspective. And we can ask, is this really true? Is it really true that if I post the videos on my social platforms, I'm going to end up alone? And the answer, of course, is no, it's not true. It's a made-up story in our head, completely made-up story based on our deep subconscious beliefs and fears. Can you see it? So we have once again uncovered the first fear, obvious one, underlying fear, and now we can see that it's a made-up story. We are detaching from it. So now what? Now we want to acknowledge it. So just acknowledge it. Don't reject it. Don't resist it. Acknowledge it, accept it, and see it for what it is. It's a made-up story. And the doubt will not disappear just like that. It will be sitting there, but it's okay because now that you're not kind of absorbed in it, you can see, as I said, I can see it for what it is, and you can start working with it. And despite of the doubt sitting there, now you take action. Because really, transformation only happens in taking action. We do need to take action to show our mind that it does not need to be scared, that it's okay. So in this case, I'm going to take an action and I'm going to post a video on my platform and see what happens. And I do it again, and then I do it again. And I'm kind of showing my mind that, see, I've posted the videos on the platform, my platforms, and I did not end up alone. And what we're doing, we're literally rewiring our neural pathways. It's a neuroscience we're talking here. So it's okay to have self-doubt. It's absolutely normal. It's actually great because normally, as ambitious people that want to grow, very often we want to get outside of our comfort zone, right? So we want to grow, we want to learn. So the self-doubt will be coming in. It's okay. Like I'm feeling doubtful all the time. But we can work through that. We can see the doubts for what they are. We don't need to be absorbed in them. And then we can take action despite of those doubts. Because everything is difficult until it isn't. And with that, I wish you the most beautiful week. Let me know what one action you're going to take after you see this video, maybe in the next 24 hours or in the next few days, what action you're going to take despite of feeling doubtful. And let me know how you get on. I'm holding space for you. I'm here for you. Let me know. I would love to know. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.